everyone. Welcome to episode of 15 minutes business chat with industry expert. I am Ghadi Ali. In this season, I want to focus in women leader, not just in GCC region, but in a global level. And I want to celebrate success, innovation, and inspiration, and celebrate this today and every day. So in today's chat, it's my pleasure to introduce one of the most inspiring women in GCC region, the CEO of Nova Cinema, top 30 most influential women in the Arab world for 2019, Middle East Female CEO of the Year of 2011. Debbie Stanford, welcome to 15 Minute Business Chat.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for having me. It's really an honor for me, so thank you.
It's my pleasure. Today we will talk briefly about your journey and about cinema industry because I truly believe that now cinema, especially in Saudi Arabia, becoming a priority, a driving footfall to any shopping mall destination.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So first, let us start with your journey as a female CEO and how you would describe your leadership style.
Okay, well, my journey started. I come from England, from a place called Brighton on the south coast of England.
Yeah.
I've had quite a varied career. I actually started my career in tourism and events. And I was very fortunate to work on a business tourism travel show in Geneva in Switzerland, and a little bit later on in Frankfurt in Germany. And that kind of took me for my journey to come to the Middle East, actually. I'd been coming to the region for many years for business, and then I was very fortunate to be offered an opportunity to move to Bahrain. And Bahrain is a little bit like second home for me. It's a place that I hold very close to my heart. So I moved to Bahrain in 2005. So I'd kind of worked my way up in the tourism and events industry. I started as an organizing executive, moved into sales and marketing. And then part of that journey, I'll step back a little bit before I move to Bahrain. Part of that journey was having an amazing mentor encouraging me at every step of my career. And that's something I'm very, very passionate about, is making sure that you always have a mentor in your life who champions you, but also challenges you.
Absolutely.
To be the best that you can be. And I was very fortunate. I had a wonderful mentor by the name of Paul Flackett, who was the managing director of the company. And, you know, he really, I mean, he made me work for the opportunities, but he also gave me the chance and the encouragement to really strive for excellence and to be the best that I could be. And that led me to this amazing opportunity to move to Bahrain. I was invited to help set up the Exhibition and Convention Authority, which was by a royal decree back in 2006. So part of something new, and also part of being able to attract international business, tourism, and business-related events to Bahrain. And that was my journey to Bahrain and to the Middle East. And I've never looked back. I've lived now in this region for 15 years. And I think one thing that really stands out for me, and people often say to me, was it more challenging to move to the Middle East, especially as a woman? Well, absolutely not. It's completely the opposite. I had so much support and encouragement from the moment I moved to the Middle East, and it continues to be that way. So when people ask me that question, my answer is always 180 degrees from what they think it is. And I think, you know, if I look at yourself, you know, and many other Saudi women, you're highly educated, super smart. You've got an opportunity to give something back to your country and to grow an amazing future for this Vision 2030 and beyond. And I think there are so many strong, capable, confident, passionate talented women in this part of the world, and certainly in Saudi Arabia. So I think it's a very exciting time with what's going on in terms of the entertainment in Saudi Arabia, sort of things opening up, cinema
Yeah.
opening up, etc. So I think it's very exciting. And for me, you know, as a leader, I've embraced every opportunity that I've been given. I've been very passionate about giving my whole self. You know, I think anything that you do in life, you must give, you know, 100%. You must be passionate, and you must believe in what you do. So that's kind of been my sort of journey. And in terms of leadership, I believe, you know, culmination of strength, confidence, empathy, and kindness. You know, I think we all need empathy and kindness also in our leadership skills in these times.
Wonderful, wonderful. Since you mentioned the Saudi females, so I really love to inspire other Saudi young lady from entrepreneur and business owner to start to build their own empire. So for you as a female CEO, you also focusing. I believe you also focusing in women empowerment, and I believe there is so much done in women empowerment, and we're looking forward for more. So I would love to know your way to encourage other women to reach their goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's so important that women support each other, encourage each other, you know, and the whole, it's not about, and it's not about choosing a man over a woman or a woman over a man. It's about creating a level playing field. That's what I would say. It's about
Absolutely, yes.
creating a level playing field where the individual is rewarded on merit of who they are, what they bring to the table, rather than whether they're a man or a woman. I'm also someone who believes in having balance. I think that we have different strengths to bring to an organization. We can learn from each other. You know, you're hearing more and more now about company boards wanting to have women on that board, so that there's that balance.
Yeah.
Because we do make decisions differently to our male counterparts. So for me, it's about creating gender diversity, an equal opportunity where everyone has the level of support that they need. I am a huge advocate for gender equality and diversity. I'm speaking on many platforms now about that subject, and it's something very passionate for me. I know I said I've been very fortunate to have so many wonderful opportunities myself, and had amazing mentor in my life to help me get to where I'm at. So for me, it's very important to be able to give back, to be able to help others, to be able to encourage young women in whatever their passion is, whether it's you know, as an entrepreneur or startup, or in any organization, to have the level of support and the network that will help them to be successful. So I've signed myself up for a number of mentorship programs. I'm going to be joining the Dubai Women's Business Council as a mentor. I mentor for UNIC, which is the Brussels-based association for the international cinema industry, and for their women's leadership program. I work with some of the universities here, and you know, it's just important to be able to give back, you know, to have
Yes, exactly.
someone to listen to bounce ideas off of, to challenge you. You know, I talked about how it's important to be challenged, to have someone to champion you, but also to be able to challenge you.
Exactly.
And I think we live in a society where it's such a multicultural society that we live in. And it's important to have a balanced workforce, and to celebrate diversity. So, you know, I encourage, for me, it's something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm passionate about helping other women, and to help mentor and support them wherever I possibly can.
Brilliant. So we couldn't be in this time and not mention the pandemic or not talking about the pandemic.
Sure.
So by the way, yeah, I wishing everybody health and I hope that everyone is safe and hopefully everything will be in a better situation soon, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Yeah. So there is no doubt that this pandemic is affect all industry around the globe, and I believe that has had a substantial as well. So I would love to know more about your navigation through this current landscape and how the pandemic affect the entertainment industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as you rightly said, it's affected. I think pretty much everybody's been affected, and there is no guidebook through for what we're going through. You know, there's not a manual
Yeah.
you can refer to a certain chapter because this is unprecedented for everybody. So we're all navigating in different ways. The best that we possibly can. For us, obviously, our cinemas are currently closed right now.
Yes.
As they are, you know, in many parts of the world, until it's safe to reopen them. So what we're doing right now in terms of priority is making sure, first of all, our employees are all safe and well, and their families, making sure that we engage with them on a daily basis. Keeping them motivated, keeping them positive, keeping them engaged. So we're running a number of activities on a daily basis where the team can dial in. We have video calls with the team. We have a little bit of trivia every day. We've launched a Novo's Got Talent competition. So they're sort of rehearsing right now for when they can give their performance. So
Wow, it sounds interesting.
well, it's fun, and I think the team feel excited about it, and it's keeping them positive, it's keeping them focused. We've
Yeah.
also set up for them to register for a number of online courses. A lot of the team are actually learning Arabic. They're taking this time to learn Arabic online. We have different webinars. We had a wellness coach from the UK, a lovely lady by the name of Tayaba Jordan. She gave a wellness session, you know, talking about emotional wellness for the team. So we try to do different things, keeping them engaged, keeping them positive. And the same with our customers. So we make sure that we are engaging on a daily basis across all of social media with our customers, making sure that they know that we miss them and that we're looking forward to welcoming them back, letting them know all of the safety procedures that we'll be adopting for when we reopen, and just giving that reassurance that, you know, their health and safety is our top priority. So yeah, we're keeping ourselves very, very busy. And actually, it's funny, even though we're closed, I think we have longer days than we did when we were in the office, which is obviously is a good thing. So it's keeping us
Yeah, it's a good
all
thing.
busy.
Correct. Yes, yes, absolutely. So, since we are talking about the pandemic, yeah, unfortunately, today when we look deep into the market, we will notice that a lot of business are going to find themselves in a challenging situation, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I believe that from your long-term experience, you can share with us how entrepreneurs can build a strategy during crisis time.
Listen, I think, you know, if I look back to a previous crisis, which was the economic downturn in
Yeah,
2008 and 9, what happened at that time was you saw so much creativity emerging. So you saw a lot of startups, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of big organizations that were launched at that time. I mean, WhatsApp, for instance, Instagram, they were both launched back in 2010. I think the one thing, when you're under pressure or when you're faced with challenging, unprecedented times, I think this is the time when people become the most creative. Um,
correct.
the most creative, but it's important, of course, during any period like we're going through now, to, you know, obviously always stay positive, stay strong. And I know it's easier said than done, but honestly, if you can keep positive, you can keep focused, strong, there are always innovative solutions for problems or challenges. Let's say challenges, and every challenge
Yeah,
can turn into an opportunity. So it's how do you use those challenges to turn them into opportunities, diversify, looking outside the box, becoming more creative, working with your team more closely, because again, listening to everybody's feedback, getting ideas, suggestions, what can we do differently? We've actually been doing our own think tank, and creating some new ideas about how we can service our customers going forward. How can we improve our experience? What can we do? So we're using this time very positively to focus on adapting. Adaptability is very, very important. Make sure that you keep engaged with your customers. Keep in mind what the customer would like to see going forward, because we will get through this and we will get through it together. So yes, it is a little bit tough right now, but I think you've got to just always stay positive, always stay focused. We are going to get through this, and there will be opportunity going forward. So I think, look at adaptability, look at being creative, look at thinking outside of the box, and listening to others, listening to your colleagues, listening to your customers, and seeing what they, adapting to what they would like to see. So I think that would be probably some of my advice right now, because we are going through uncharted territory. And as I mentioned, we don't have a rule book, we don't have a guidebook. So I think we all have to adapt in our own personal way. But when you remain positive, when you remain thankful and grateful, you will find an inner strength, and with that strength you will overcome so many things, so many difficulties or challenges. So we need to look at challenges as opportunities. How can we turn those opportunities, those challenges into opportunities? What solutions can we come up with that's a little bit different, something creative that's going to work? Look for a niche, look for what's missing right now in the market, and find, that's where I feel the creativity is going to come. I think we're going to have so many amazing new startups emerge from the time that we've all been working from home or in self-isolation, where we have time to think, we have time to breathe, and we can come up with some fantastic ideas. And I'm pretty excited to see, some of the innovation that's going to come out of this time.
Absolutely. This time it's an ideal opportunity for many business, for many entrepreneurs to rethink about business plan, about ethics, rethink about innovation. So
Absolutely.
since you mentioned the communication, I believe now it's we have to communicate more than ever with full of transparency and hope, and present the innovation, which can come in different ways. For example, marketing innovation. So, from your perspective, how important for leaders to become a deep practitioners in social media right now?
Very, 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 very important. It's funny, when I
Yeah,
first moved into entertainment, one of the first things I was given advice: set up some social media accounts and be active and contribute. So I'm very, very active on LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn as my sort of thought leadership platform, especially to focus on women empowerment and gender diversity. So I use LinkedIn very positively to get, to try and get positive messages out there, and to engage, to listen to feedback, to see what others are doing, to share ideas. So for me, I'm on LinkedIn and Instagram. Facebook I mostly use for family updates, but certainly LinkedIn and Instagram are very important for me. And obviously, as a company, we make sure that we're active across all social platforms. And I think it's become more and more important right now as we're all, working from home. Our lives have changed in a different direction, but it helps us to keep engaged. Even having the video chats, the Zoom calls. I think one other positive thing I see coming out of this time is I see people engaging more and more with each other, checking up to see if friends and family or colleagues are safe and well. So I've seen this, this real sense of community where people are actually starting to care more and more about others. And I think that's a wonderful thing. So I think, social media is helping us to make sure that we remain connected, whether that's with our customers, with our family, with friends, with colleagues, and using it in the right way. I just see so many positive messages and outpourings right now across social media, whereas sometimes perhaps previously there was a lot of negativity. Now I see a lot of positivity,
Yeah.
and I see everybody contributing to that. If we look at a brand, how best can we serve our brand? We're brand ambassadors. We're representing everything that the brand stands for, and how we present that to others is so important. So social media is, I think it's become an absolute critical at this time, and using Zoom or Microsoft Teams for the video calls. You can also, I think, with video calls, you're able to ascertain how the other person is feeling. Perhaps sometimes when you're on a telephone call, you can't always gauge a mood, or how someone is feeling. But I think when you see their face, it's hard
Yeah.
to hide feelings sometimes when you can see someone's face. So I think it's helped for people to see each other, to have that feeling of network and support and community. So I think it's so many wonderful things have happened about now. I think many people just thinking about others over and above themselves, and I think that's absolutely
Yes, I can
wonderful.
see that. Yes. So brilliant. Well done, Zabi. I know that we can talk about hours about this deep subject. So by the end, what is your advice to other business leaders?
My advice, well, we're all in this together, irrespective of what industry we're in. Look for the right solution. Follow those challenges and take them to opportunities. So look for the right solution. Keep your options open. Keep an open mind. Focus on your vision, the goal that you want to achieve. Focus on what's best for you, your customer, your employees, the organization. And three things I'll leave you with: stay positive, innovate, and be creative. And above all, stay safe and well. It's important to stay safe and well. Check up on everybody. Make sure people are okay. So stay positive. Look at innovating and look at creativity, and remain focused and remain positive.
Well done. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and a warm welcome to a warm message to everybody. And I know it's not Eid yet, but I'd like to wish everybody an Eid Mubarak for next week. And please stay safe and well, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.